But first, let's go to Uganda, where activists this week filed an appeal to the Supreme Court over the controversial anti-gay legislation adopted last year. Now, earlier this month, the Constitutional Court upheld a law that would strip fundamental rights from individuals who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or queer. As a result, the community has been left prone to more violence. Fearing further discrimination and abuse, queer Ugandans are leaving their homes and families behind, fleeing to neighboring countries. Edith Kamani reports from Nairobi, Kenya.
Sula Maweje is a Ugandan who's been living in Kenya since 2016. He was forced to leave his home because he's queer. Life in Kampala proved unbearable for him after the country's parliament passed a law that increased the penalties for some forms of consensual same-sex acts. Even his family turned on him.
I was brutally beaten by the mobilization, or by my uncle mobilizing people, of saying I'm a disgrace. I remember I woke up on a hospital bed, and from there I was like, Uganda is not home and it's not safe.
Since relocating to Kenya, Sula has made a life for himself here. He works with an organization that helps create safe spaces for other displaced LGBTQ persons in the country. Currently, 9 people, most of them from Uganda, live in the safe house with him. Sula tells me Kenya is their only home now, a reality that's still difficult to accept even after 8 years.
No, Uganda is not home. And it really pains me that something like somewhere that where I am from, I don't regard it as home anymore. I mean, with grace, I hope like people home get to, I mean, everyone gets to feel safe home. Yeah.
Despite feeling more comfortable here, Sula and his friends still have to fear for their lives. Since he's been in Kenya, Sula has actually had to move houses 4 times, fearing violence and harassment. He actually tells me that this week he was attacked on a motorcycle taxi just for being queer. Now, Kenya, like Uganda, also criminalizes homosexuality, but Sula says he feels much safer here.
I would be conscious of using the word safe.
Po Kimani is a lawyer working with the queer community.
If you feel that your life is at risk, you run to where you think you're safe, but there is no conviction or guarantee of safety. But the minute you step on Kenyan soil, you're still governed by the law, the sodomy clause in our penal code. You're still governed by the same policemen and the same communities that harbor and internalize fear and hatred for homosexuals.
At the safe house, Champagne, the latest arrival, agrees to speak to us. The transgender woman finally made it to Kenya through support from a donor. She tells me a lot of her queer friends are still experiencing abuse in Uganda, abuse similar to what she suffered at the hands of her family.
Even my mother told me, even though they arrest you, you're going direct to prison, you're going to die, they're going to kill you from there. Even my biological brother, if you get sick, just request for an injection which just kills you, just take you to bury you just like that.
Eventually, Champagne hopes to move to a country that does not criminalize sexuality or sexual orientation. For now, though, she remains under the care of Sula, who says he is committed to working in Kenya for the displaced in his community. In the safe house, he shows me a gallery of queer people from all over the world, a reminder that they are not alone.